Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is January 8th, 2019, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, we're going to start out with one event today, trade balance number coming out of Canada. I don't think this is going to weigh in so much into the market, but looking at the markets and taking a rotation of what's going on, in terms of the Forex symbols, Euro challenges resistance once again at 114. We'll take a look at that, but then falters. In terms of the Dow Jones, it's unchanged for the most part. But Apple, Amazon, Facebook all getting much stronger, which is an indication that maybe we'll get that second rally to this massive retracement that we had earlier last year or towards the end of last year. We'll take a look at that. Looking at the commodities, oil takes a break and falters below $50 a barrel, which I mentioned to you, and gold continues to make a retracement, okay, but still very strong. Lastly, looking at cryptos, Bitcoin hits 4,000 but creeps lower. So is it going to go further down, or is it going to go just rally higher and just fake us out? But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading.
This conference will now be recorded.
I mean, this is really the trade of the day, the trade of the week. This has been several times. We're looking here at the Euro USD, and you see that we've had this upper limit of 1477-ish level, and you see that we've challenged it 3 times and faltered below it. However, if we do not break this middle range right here, okay, and don't break it back down to the downside, we could see it maybe challenge the upper limit once again, okay, especially since the dollar is getting weaker versus the other currencies now that the Dow Jones is somewhat rallying a little bit and things are kind of settling in Europe. May see the euro actually getting stronger as the year progresses. So keep that in mind. If that does challenge that upper limit next time, we may actually have a breakout. But look at this wonderful trade. We mentioned this last week. This was the trade of the week last week. Sure enough, that was a beautiful bottom last Thursday, Friday. And sure enough, earlier this week, we rallied back 143 points. So, that's an amazing range to be in when you're trading the euro. A tremendous challenge, a tremendous opportunity to just book in those profits. Now, looking at the GBP USD, we're looking at a daily chart, so it's not as easy to formulate. There you go. That's a little bit better. And we're at that upper range. Again, if we don't break up above, okay, we may see a retracement back to the 125. So keep that in mind as today's session actually opens up and challenges today's trading. Aussie USD, same story, taking a little bit of a break right here after this massive rally last week, okay? We're trading at 7162, just touching that 69-ish level and then bouncing above it. So this is something that also I need to see that it's going to continue this rally up for it to be a bona fide new upwards trend. Now looking at oil and gold, let's start with gold first, which we're retracing down to 1283, very normal, very healthy, as we've had this massive rally from 12, excuse me, from November. Now I expect it to somewhat come up to the 1270-ish level, okay? And the reason I say that is that what I anticipate in the next couple of months is that the Dow Jones is going to rally maybe to about 24,000, 24,300-ish level at the top of the range, and then possibly hit another snag and sell off quite sharply. And I think the gold's going to rally right back up, maybe even hitting 1350 before May. So that's my call for today. You've heard it here, and you heard it now. Let's see if it does fruit. But looking at it, we may challenge this 1278 once more, so keep an eye on that. Now looking at oil bouncing above $48, but not hitting that $50 range, okay? That's where I expect there to be resistance. There's a lot of output, and there's a lot of stockpiles of oil sitting in the warehouses. So I don't believe that oil will go above $50 just yet. I think we're going to challenge this bottom of the range also, just like we're going to challenge the Dow Jones. Now, the Dow Jones yesterday, looking at it right now, 23,576. You can see that it's still relatively strong. Like I said, I think we're going to hit this 24,000-ish level, a little bit closer to 24,300-ish level, and see somewhat of a resistance there, and then have a double bottom. But then I'm a little bit ahead of myself right now. But for today, we may see a little bit of a rally today still, or maybe just a a sell-off just a little bit. I don't think that there's going to be so much weight into the market just yet. But looking at the stocks, looking at Apple, and we see that we're at the top of the range at 147. Does look like it wants to go. Facebook as well at the top of that range, and also Amazon at the top of the range. So, they all look like they want to go and they want to continue going up higher. Just be aware that the fact that we've bounced quite significantly since our, lows of, let's call it for Christmas Day, Christmas Eve actually, for December 24th-ish level as we hit right here, as you could see. And since then, we've rallied quite significantly. So, this rally will come to an end at a certain point. But the question is where that point's going to be. So, looking at the stocks, that's one indication, and comparing it to the Dow Jones, seeing which one's stronger. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin had that big gap up yesterday and above 4,000 for the first time in a very long time. Let's see. And so, ultimately, we need to look at a weekly chart just to give you an example to see where we've been. Ultimately, this can still correct itself on the upside, but just be careful with it, okay? Because it may challenge this low once again of 31.48. It may even go lower, okay? So just be aware of that as that continues to trade. We're in a very questionable time right now. A lot of things going on geographically, politically in the world that are weighing into the markets, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of rotation in the markets, a lot of correctional moves in anticipation of what's going to happen in the next year or two. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.